So that as I look at this, the first thing I need to know, what is the basic function? Basic function is y equals what? X squared. Now I've got it down here in two places. And then what's the transformation? Remember, you start from the inside out. X minus 2, it's really not a minus 2, but a plus 2. So what would he be? He's going to be right 2. So I always work from the inside out. That's order of operations. Because you put in an x value, you'd subtract 2, and then you'd square it. And then once you square it, then the next thing you would do would be multiply by 3. So that's why you follow the order of operations. And by the way, once I move to the outside, this is x, everything else is going to be on the y. X is inside. Y is outside. Then I come to the outside and I have a 3, and what is that? A 3. A stretch. What kind of a stretch? Vertical. Factor of 3, because that's going to be my multiplier. And then I'm done with the front, and then I have that guy, and what does that guy do? And he's going to be up 1. Now this tells me how the transformation is going to be performed. Right 2 says I'm going to take x and I'm going to add 2 to it. Vertical stretch factor of 3 says I'm going to take 3 and multiply it times the y values, and then up 1 says once I've done that, I'm going to add 1. And that says I'm going to have a U-shaped graph which is narrower than the original because it's a stretch. And then it's going to be moved to the right by 2 and up by 1. So the basic is x squared. And it's all real numbers, so -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. By the way, -1, 0, and 1 would be sufficient because that gives you the U part of the U-shaped graph. So this would be 4, 1, 0, 1, 4. Now the first thing is right 2, so I'm on the x side, so I'm going to add 2. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I've shifted everybody to the right. And then vertical stretch factor of 3. So I'm going to be doing 2 of these things. So it's going to be a multiply by 3. 12, 3, 0, 3, 12. And then I'm going to go up 1. 13, 4, 0, 4, 13. And then my new graph is then on the outside.
1, 4, 1, 0.
Oh! Phew. Thank you. That would have created a little bit of a white tape moment. White tape, white tape. So if I look at this, I'm thinking, well, you know what? I either have to scale my graph paper or realize I can really get a complete graph of this thing. Because if I just look at -1, 0, and 1, that's going to give me the bowl, the U. Because that's on my graph paper. I could say, well, if x equals 0, 13, it's way up here someplace. 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 4, 13. It's up there someplace. But this is what's important. It's important that I get the U in the right place. And I can do that with these 3 middle points. So that says if you wanted to cut down time on your homework, instead of doing -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2, just do -1, 0, and 1. That gives you the shape. And what do I know happens after that? It just continues on up or continues on down. The bowl is enough. So if I look at the basic is 0, 0, 1, -1, 2, 4. I'll put him in dotted. Now, that's the basic. Do you notice he's been moved over 2 and up 1, because you can follow the vertex. And does he look narrower than the original? Yeah. And again, I wouldn't get as nice a graph if I just used the bowl. -1, 0, and 1. But would I still get a decent graph up? Yeah. The only thing would be making sure you get a better shape.